Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. All right, y'all, just back with this real quick video here. Shout out to Ghost Phantom 98. Last time I did a video on this topic about Weili Zhang and Mike Tyson. He had brought up the actual video footage, in the Beijing news, and then he sent me a link a couple of days ago. And I did watch the whole thing. Like I said, I already watched it before. I just seen the text and how they translated what Weili said. And it was nothing like what Weili was saying in the actual interview. So again, it just makes media look bad. So I'm not going to really spend too long on this topic anymore. I know I said I gave you my final thoughts, but this is truly my final thoughts. And I bring it up again just to kind of wisen up the fighters and wisen up people of the world to today, and just how media can twist whatever you say. So even if you're on your P's and Q's, whatever you say, people are going to try to capitalize off of it, especially if you tend to stand in some type of position of power. So if you are a champion, or if you are a manager, or you're a supervisor, you're a business owner, certain things you say, people will kind of run with it just to kind of stir things up sometimes, especially if you have a rival, and that's kind of what I'm getting at with competition, even in the business world. So, with Weili, she was asked this question. Everybody knows. You can go watch the actual interview. I'll put the link here in the description. But y'all can hear it for yourself. Weili Zhang, she addressed what Mike Tyson said, and she actually broke it down to a science on what Mike Tyson's thoughts were, if he actually said it that way, which he didn't. So it was brought to her that Mike Tyson said Rose would destroy her, and she broke it down to the Westerners and the Easterners, which is true. She said the Westerners, they're more so open, they're more vocal about how they feel, and Easterners are more reserved. People like her, fighters like her from their side of the country, they're a little bit more reserved. They don't do a lot of talking. They don't speak English for that matter, but they also just don't do a lot of talking. So she addressed that part, and then she also said that Mike Tyson, he was just going for his countrymen, which is what they do, right? I mean, people in Poland, they support theirs, right? People in Asia, they support theirs, right? So she was just saying, okay, he's American, so he's supporting an American fighter, right? So that's what it came down to. And like she said, she would listen if he was more of like an experienced fighter. But it was also nothing that put a lot of pressure on her, and it didn't make her unhappy. That's why I put that subtitle right there. You see, matter of fact, right there. See, his view hasn't put any pressure on me or made me unhappy. And then she wrapped it up with, instead, I respect him very much. In the interview, he seemed like he wanted to harp on it a little bit more. He was like, oh, you didn't take him seriously? Okay. And then she was like, well, we'll get these words back to Mike, which they're probably not going to do because they twisted what Mike said. Mike will probably be like, what? I don't even remember that. You know what I mean? Because half the time when they're on Hot Boxing podcast, these dudes are lit. You know what I mean? So it's not like he's gonna remember that anyway. And if he found out you twisted his words, you might get twisted. So with that, man, yeah. So like I said, they're both from the same world, the entertainment / combat sports world. So I don't really see Weili getting bent out of shape about that. And like I said, for fighters on the come up, they have to kind of respect the code with other fighters. You can never go off of hearsay. Even whatever it is, basketball players, if somebody comes to you and say, oh, so-and-so said this about you, you can't really take that to heart because it didn't come from that person. That's how I am. Like if I hear somebody say, did you know this person said something about you? I'm just going to kind of brush it off. If that person can't say it to my face, or, get it to me somehow by Zoom via Skype, then it's not going to affect my life. It's not going to affect my life, so I don't care. And Weili, she kind of approaching that way. She has bigger fish to fry. She has an actual fight coming up with Rose Namajunas. She doesn't have to worry about other people's views, just like if, Jessica Andrade, Valentina, and, so many other fighters say, oh, Rose is going to beat her. You think she really cares about that? No. She didn't care about that. She's got to perform and prove other people, not even necessarily prove other people wrong, but she just has to go in there and make herself better as a fighter. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to. So all these other fighters out there, what I'm saying, like, you just got to understand that people are going to take your words, they are going to twist them. So yeah, don't get bent out of shape about it. And again, I just bring it up because media is really, it's really a tool for just instigate. You know what I mean? A lot of these people, like the people that were in high school, that would go back and twist words, and then that person would listen, and then they would start some type of beef. But it's not like that at all. So yeah, shout out to Ghost Phantom 98. He just wanted me to clarify it even more. And like I said, it's my final thoughts on it. You see it right there. That's what she said. His view didn't put any pressure on her, didn't make her unhappy. And look, she respects it. You know, she respects his words. So shout out to Weili, and I'm looking forward to a good fight. That's what I'm focused on right now. I just wanted to drop through. I'm trying to get these breakdown predictions for Valentina versus Jessica and Weili Rose done. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.